A lot of people are sleeping on Starknet. I don't really know why. Not only is this a big cryptocurrency airdrop opportunity, but this is honestly a very enjoyable blockchain. Imagine Ethereum, but it's faster, way cheaper, and they haven't even released Ethereum yet, so you could probably get some for free. Today we're going to be digging deeper into Starknet. So one thing I'm skipping in this video guide is going to be the fact that we already had a wallet guide on ArgentX. ArgentX, full video guide, it's already out there. We've had other airdrop videos historically, so I'm not trying to be redundant here or anything like that. So I'm going to assume that you have ArgentX set up. You probably bridge some Ethereum to it, but we can even take a step back and go over the bridging step. I want to also inform you, it's very recent news, the Starknet Foundation is allocating 50 million tokens to those who contributed to the network's development in its early days. So this not only confirms the Starknet token, STRK token airdrop, right? STRK. This confirms the airdrop. This confirms it's coming. If you've contributed anything to Starknet, this is an opportunity to get basically an additional airdrop. But what is contribution? I think that can be as simple as talking about it, video, tweets, written guides, even just being a proponent on Discord. Just literally any sort of proof that you kind of been here. You can even simply apply for the grant and show your participation as basically a beta tester, or in other words, an airdrop hunter. The application is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So I just want to ask you, why not? To take one more step back, what is Starknet? Decentralized layer 2 network that enables Ethereum to scale securely and Dapps to achieve unlimited scale for transactions and computation. How do they scale, right? Math, cryptography, securely scale it, right? Validity rollup or zk rollup. It bundles transactions and rolls them into a single Ethereum transaction. So this is a layer 2 or blockchain built on top of the Ethereum chain. And there's a lot of benefits for being a layer 2. The TVL is still very low, only $32 million. And it's been trending down over the last month after they hit an all-time high in TVL in September. There aren't that many Dapps on chain. There's really just not all that much to do. There are a couple cool things that I've already done, talked about in the previous videos, and I just want to remind you to go ahead and do. Make sure you grab a Starknet ID. You claim a free identity, you can register a Stark domain, and you build your identity, right? It's Web 3.0, but on Starknet. So I'm connected here, and all you've got to do is punch in basically whatever ID or username you want, right? And then you put your information in here, you mint it, and then you're G2G, you're good to go. So now let's hop over to the app on their blockchain that has the most TVL. It's gonna be JerdiSwap. It's a community-led, permissionless, composable AMM. It's basically a Uniswap for. And so you can come over here, you can add liquidity, you can make trades. And so we look here at my liquidity. Looks like I've got some with USDT. I also have some USDC. So let me go ahead and put in 20 bucks of USDC. It'll match a correlated amount of Ethereum, right? So this is going to be an interaction on chain. This is going to be another unique day I'm participating, right? And when you look to become eligible for cryptocurrency airdrops, you want unique days of participation. You want to interact with multiple decentralized applications or Dapps, or basically, you know, these crypto website things. And you just want to simply be an organic user, or at least look like one. But that's how easy it is to add liquidity. But I guess I kind of got ahead of myself. How did I even get my funds over here? Well, something pretty cool about the ArgentX wallet is you can just click add funds, right? So you can buy crypto with a card or a bank transfer. You can add it from another Starknet wallet, or you can bridge funds from other blockchains. So let's take Orbiter Finance. That's a third-party bridge that I know and have had a good experience with. So I've got Ethereum on multiple blockchains, and one of the first things I'm going to do is go to a blockchain other than Ethereum, so I can get some lower fees. So I'm just going to go ahead and bridge 0.11 ETH here. Let me just slow this down, right? So we fully understand what we're doing. A key note is, look at my address. It ends in 4982, right? And I got to this page by clicking add funds. I went to bridge funds. I clicked Orbiter Finance. And notice this route, right? It's coming from my MetaMask on zkSync Era, another layer 2 scaling solution blockchain for Ethereum. And then it's being bridged to a different blockchain, and it's ending up at a different wallet address, specifically my Argent X address, which is also connected up here. So one, I make sure I understand where I'm sending funds. I also make sure that these funds are going where I want them to. So just like that, no, it's a fast blockchain. It's a beautiful thing. So just like that, I got these funds in the pipeline. So it's essentially topping up my balance here on this chain. So we'll see that hit shortly. First came Doge, and then there was the Shiba Inu SHIB token. And then you may remember those little dogs that were questing towards Valhalla. That's Floki, and they've been building over the last couple years. They have now launched staking among many other things, and with the staking aspect of the Floki token, you earn what they call the token, or it's the TokenFi token. But the point is, that's the new coin, and it's being listed on many exchanges. Learn more about all this with the link out in the video description below. Actually, there's a good example. I made a trade on JerdiSwap earlier when I was prepping the video. And this is what a transaction looks like on this chain. I mean, if you're familiar with Ethereum and Etherscan, it's, kind of what you'd expect. The key notes here is going to be transaction hash, right? If it's been completed on chain. And what's really interesting about this is, right, it's been completed on the layer 2. It's been completed on Starknet, but it has not been completed on the layer 1. This has not been basically finalized on the Ethereum chain yet. That's fine. If you want to think about it another way, that's basically an additional layer of security and validity. But it's good to just kind of know and have a basic understanding of what's going on here. Also, I cannot believe that they have Pi USD ads here. It's funny, weird, interesting, and I just don't like PayPal for a lot of reasons. So let's look at Myswap. It's another AMM. It's a decentralized exchange. So we're here on Myswap. I've already clicked connect on my wallet. I'm using the V2 version, not the V1 version. So let's go ahead and trade into some more USDC. Normally I like to trade about $25 or do like about $25 transactions. Since Ethereum's lower, I think that we're likely to see criteria more like $20 right now for like minimum basically value of your transactions to try to exclude airdrop hunters and things like that. Pretty simple. You click what you want to do, click, send, and you may also notice that my Ethereum balance is higher, and you'll see my USD is higher here as well. That's how quickly these funds are bridging over here from other blockchains. Like, this is what using cryptocurrency is supposed to be like. It's relatively simple. Ideally should be simpler, but we're getting there. It's quick though, and it's cheap. When I'm completing these transactions, they're just not that expensive. So let's look at the fee I paid earlier. I don't know what the fee is. This isn't scripted or anything like that. Why am I logged out? Why am I not in dark theme? Why are you doing this to me? Why you treating me like this, CoinGecko? Let's go to ETH and let's go ahead and punch in that. So it cost me 63 cents. Honestly, pretty expensive for a blockchain transaction, but incredibly cheaper than using Ethereum. And some of these blockchains are actually giving you, it's even more confusing because you have a projected transaction fee, but then you get like a 54% refund on your transaction. That's not going to be good for just being more user friendly, but alas, only so much we can do. Let's look at zkLend, layer 2 money market, right? Lend funds, borrow funds. Not a big fan of these, especially new ones, right? This does not have the track record of, say, something like Aave. So we can see that I'm lending out my USDC here, and I'm earning 2.73 APY on it. You can also see that you earn a lot more lending out USDT. You can see there's vastly more liquidity on the USDC as opposed to the USDT. So with that in mind, we'll come back to zkLend, right? because what is that? 10K swap, NAMM. So here on the site, you click connect wallet. I click Argent X, and then I'm going to select USDT, and I'll go ahead and sell my Ethereum for way less than I ever should. And I'll swap 0.011 ETH. It's projecting a network fee of about 85 cents with a max of $2.55. Pretty expensive here dealing with this chain. This chain absolutely pales in comparison to the lower transaction fees of, say, Linea, Base, Arbitrum, Optimism. This is still alpha and whatever else, and we'll see where it goes. And the bottom line is, this one's looking ripe for a cryptocurrency airdrop. So if you noticed in the corner, the transaction went through while I was talking. So let's go back over to zkLend. You can see that it's already noticing I have the USDT in my wallet. Like these apps, like the current just era of cryptocurrency is so much more advanced than it used to be, except for that part. How come that went away? Okay, so I'm going to supply. You know, I pay a compliment, and now it's stuck on me. Here we go again. All right, I'm clicking. Sorry. I'm just gonna click. Yeah, on that one. So I'm supplying. Basically, there's an approval here. Right? I'm trusting them with my USDT in this wallet on this chain. I've trusted them with my USDC. There are a lot of risks associated with token allowances. So just kind of understand that and be aware of that. You know, when I do these things on these blockchains, I'm using test wallets or hot wallets where like I don't have a lot of funds in there. If there's an exploit, if they rug pull, whatever, I'm not going to lose my life savings. I'm going to lose, you know, a couple $100 and that'll suck. But that's something I can recover from. So just make sure you understand the risks when everything around here says alpha, right? And an alpha comes before a beta in every aspect of life. Yeah, just make sure you understand and that you're aware. We're seeing some more developments here on chain. There's the AVNU or AVNU, I guess, app, concentrated liquidity AMM together. When I look over here, right, I see a decentralized exchange with a little bit of a different dashboard. It really looks more like a DEX aggregator, a decentralized exchange aggregator, looking at different decentralized exchanges and trying to find you the best pair, the best rate. That's what this looks like, but it only gives one route, so then it's not really quite that. They've gamified it though, and so they have a leaderboard, and that can definitely rope in a lot of people. It never picked up my first test trade that I did a few days ago. I'm just gonna go ahead and instead of always just getting rid of all my Ethereum, I'm gonna go ahead and buy back into my ETH. But this time, I have less of it. Because even if you're making the same trades, you're gonna lose a little bit with transaction fees. It's essentially wash trading. And I mean, $1.64, that's a lot for what it is. Either way, transaction completed, another Dapp interacted with, another successful transaction in the books, or at least here shortly. Bam! You earned 320 points. See the leaderboard. This time it said that I earned 320 points. We'll come back and check this out later to see if it truly picked it up. Looking at Echobo though, right, on Starknet here, make markets with unmatched capital efficiency, flexibility, and low fees. You know, this is what a liquidity pair looks like, and you can have a concentration on your liquidity. This was part of Uniswap's V3 deployment. This is a big deal to, one, minimize your exposure to impermanent loss and other advanced level liquidity economic mechanics, like if you will. TLDR, right? The summary is, this is good to see, and it's a technical thing that took many years for others to develop, that Echobo is probably largely just copy and pasting, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? I mean, open source stuff propels the whole ecosystem as a whole. I'm not trying to sound like a, you know, just a straight hater. So check this out. This is called Dappland.com. It focuses here on Starknet. So I can run through here and see a bunch of different Dapps on the Stark blockchain. So for example, here's Almanac NFT, right? And this is a good opportunity to come in here and rate it, right? So you can come in here, connect your wallet, and then go ahead and make your rating. This is what we call a gasless transaction. You have a transaction here like with a decentralized application, Dapp database, you know, whatever, and no transaction fees. Some of those are good to have. What's going on with Almanac NFT anyway? what this is 10,000 unique crypto trading days. Pick a market, pick a date, mint a day in crypto only on the Starknet. And they're down. It's worked the other days. So, no, there you have it. One of the cool things that we found on Starknet is going to be quests, right? And many years ago, we talked about Gitcoin quests. There's been other quests like with Arbitrum, Optimism, among many others, especially on the Galaxy, GALXE platform. Historically, quests like this have always been a good metric to basically reward participants with tokens in the event of an airdrop. So let's look at this one. So I already have a Starknet ID. So let me go add some liquidity to Myswap. So this is one of the decentralized exchanges that we traded with earlier. So let's take Ethereum, let's take USDC. Let's just do a full range because I'm a degen like that, and we'll max out our USDC, which will bring the correlated matching Ethereum amount. We'll confirm that transaction, and we're adding a liquidity pair. When I talked about liquidity ranges, that's exactly what this is. We can set a price range. So if it trades beyond a certain factor, you don't want to get eaten up with impermanent loss. It's basically, because your quantity of tokens in here, they will change based on the value of these cryptocurrencies. So for example, if Ethereum pumps, you'll end up with a bunch of USDC and not that much ETH anymore. It'll basically DCA yourself right out of your position in Ethereum into USDC to keep an equal weight on the pairing. Again, these are kind of technical things, not best suited for video, a quick video explanation like this. So that's not picking us up yet.
A few moments later.
Here's another quest that I completed, right? Completed this quiz, couple follows, retweet, which I'm not really a big fan of those. Anyway, did that, claimed the NFT. Easy, breezy, beautiful crypto. So one thing I'd really like to see on this chain would be something like ZK Flow. Like, this is a really cool, simple deployment that shows your last activity, unique active days, unique active weeks, unique active months. And so it tracks my volume with these different decentralized applications and so forth. And this in particular is on ZK Sync Era. Anyway, I just wanted to make a note of that. Another really interesting thing is going to be the way that a lot of different Dapps are expanding on more and more blockchains. Like, we see PancakeSwap over here. They're not only on ZK Sync Era now, they've gone onto Linea's mainnet, Base, and personally, I'm really hopeful that they're also going to deploy right onto Starknet. I'm here for it. Go ahead and fire it up. So unfortunately, it's taken a while to pick up my liquidity. It pretty much instantly picked up my follows on, it's weird calling it X. So whenever that goes, speak of the devil. And I'm not even using the right wallet. This is supposed to be on the Bravos wallet. The Bravos wallet is basically another Starknet native wallet. So cool, that's fun that just completed. Basically, Bravos is going to be a lot like Argent X, but it's their own build, deployment of it, whatever. All right, well, now I have this NFT. And now you got to run through on some of the things I'm doing here on Starknet for multiple reasons. 1, I think this stuff's cool. 2, I'm a nerd and I love this stuff, which is kind of the same thing. 3, I'm airdrop hunting. 4, I'm contributing to the ecosystem. 5, it's DeFi mechanics and plays like this that will provide so many money-making opportunities in the next cryptocurrency bull run. I want to make sure that I'm not only aware of all the different new blockchains that have truly popped up in between the last bull run and the next bull run, which in my opinion is incoming hopefully sooner than later, right? So I'll know about all these chains. I'll know the leading dApps on them. I'll be ready to strike. I will be there while the competition, if you will, is trying to figure it out, trying to get in the game. I'm already in the game. I'm ready to rumble. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you see some value in that. If you don't, well, I don't know. I guess you can watch me just kind of fumble along and see if it works out or it won't. I'll tell you the truth either way. My name is Vosk. You're on the Voskcoin YouTube channel, home of the CSO. That's going to be the Chief Starknet Officer, Tails Vosker. 10 seconds of Tails on every video. It's also time to let her out. So, see you later.